my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down, Childress, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, Barrett rolling to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Here's Barrett on play action. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And the Dolphin first down.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. 20! And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Barrett, able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Barrett looking to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Barrett. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It's second down and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete.
Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off a play action. Tagovailoa. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
For the point after.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Dolphins 21, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the 41, Barrett. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Good footwork at the 30, and he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 29. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He gets it left side to Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
The score, Dolphins 28, Steelers 21. Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Fielded at the 20. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Off play action. Barrett. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Barrett looks to throw on first. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again. Barrett. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake. Barrett. And it'll be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. From the gun, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
So first thing crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And this is caught at the 8.
That's good.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Play action. Barrett sliding out of the pocket. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up when we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week. In our game plan, how many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Field to the 49-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Miami.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Tua now on first down. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal.
Now this time, Tua's going to throw it. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On 4th down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
The 49-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
10 at the 37-yard
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Childress. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Barrett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Operating from the gun, Barrett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And
this game is tied. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
You know, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Now it's Tua. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Breida on the draw. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Second and 10. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Looking for the end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Tua on 4th down. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Dolphins 38, Steelers 31.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's Barrett on play action. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Off the play fake, Barrett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, Barrett. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Buying time to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And to give this time to the tailback. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth.
The game is tied at 38 all. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
taken at about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48.
He's across midfield.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Right back to him on 1st down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Tua going to run the sneak, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you're permanent. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Steelers.
A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Dolphins, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast.